are now tuned in to the very best.
Double J in the morning. Power 106.7.
Live and direct. Let's go.
Double J and LB.
Usher, my man, can I just say, do you know how much money you have cost me in child support because of because of your music, man?
I thought I was helping you. My bad.
When I was younger, it was like, oh yeah, these are my confessions. And then I realized that's not even a song I should be making love to.
Yeah, not at all.
And now it ended up costing me $1,800 a month and a passport.
Ooh.
Oh, I know, man. It has gotten me crazy. Your new song, Good Kisser, came out May 5th. We were watching the video a little while ago, and I don't know if you know, do you get, I don't want to say intimate, but do you get to know the dancers and the people in your videos?
I do. When you say intimate, what do you mean?
Well,
personal, that's a better question.
Like personal, like sometimes, like I was on the set of Breaking Bad, and they really didn't let the main stars mingle with any of the extras. So, like, do you talk with everybody?
I highlight all of my dancers because, to me, they are individually special. And this video was a bit different, you know, from the normal ones that I do. It really highlights what they do individually. Some of the people came from Chicago, some came from New York, some came from Los Angeles, some came from different places all over the states.
Well, one was from Albuquerque.
Tokyo. And everybody is highlit. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is why, I actually make sure everybody is comfortable. It's a set where everybody has their time to shine.
I want to know, how come I can't be in an Usher? Like, how does one apply to be in an Usher video?
Who's this? Is this Double J?
Yeah, that's Double J.
Yeah, Double J, yeah.
Double J, do you know how to dance?
No, I do not. But you know,
okay, well then that's right there. That's one.
You got a cold two-step jig, man.
Listen, let me
you got so much time that you need to spend with your child because you're going through child support issues. That's 2. 3.
Yeah.
If you just spend a little time with me, maybe I can help you out. Let me give you a few moves. You know.
You know, I will tell you this. I know Michael Jackson was a big influence to you, and I used to live out by Santa Maria and was invited out to Neverland years ago, and am friends with some of the Jackson family. And on a more serious note, I think one of the most moving performances that I've ever seen was when you sang at Michael's funeral, man. Like, that was one of the most touching and moving moments as an artist. But how do you compose yourself? Because you loved Michael Jackson.
I mean, we all were fans, but I consider Michael a friend of mine. I consider Michael someone who supported me, whether he knew it before we made our connection, and then once I established myself and I met him, it felt personal. So I felt like I personally lost a family member. Not only for what he did and does, you know, through, you know, his music, but also to the person that he was, and the fact that he was just so misunderstood and in a lot of ways misinterpreted. So for me to just take one of his songs that was so significant to what he did as a philanthropist and then sing it to him, that right there, it was a real emotion. And I think I sang for everybody who loved Michael in that moment.
Did you choose your song, or did they ask you to sing Gone Too Soon?
It was a little bit of both.
When Jermaine sang Smile, and this is something that nobody has ever brought up that I've heard, he messed up a lyric in the song Smile. Did you happen to catch that?
I think that would have been the wrong time to even
like obviously
middle of the funeral, like, hey, bro, you got the words wrong.
No, I don't mean
awkward moments.
right.
Come on.
Just stand up in the middle of the funeral. Just, nah, man, ain't the word.
Hey, by the way, you know you just messed it up. I actually happen to be looking at the teleprompter, and you messed that one line up. Jermaine, I'm gonna need you to go back. Can you dry your eyes and go back and like redo that whole moment?
If you just tuned into the program, it's Double J in the morning, Power 106.7. We're talking with Usher. Let's break. We'll play your new song, Good Kisser, and then when we come back, I want to discuss some of the lyrics that are in that song, because I'm not quite sure it's all about kissing on the lips.
Double J in the morning, Power 106.7.
Speaking of the devil, Usher on the phone with us right now. I have questions about some of the lyrics in this song. In your song, Good Kisser, you say, don't nobody kiss it like you. When you say that, referring to the feet, referring to the lips, let's straighten this out. What are you referring to when you say nobody kiss it like you?
I mean, well, if it's a girl to a guy, guy to a girl, I mean, it could be taken any way. You know, it could be lips, depending on how you look at it. It could be, other curious body parts.
Right.
However, it does have to do with kissing. Okay.
Okay.
Definitely kissing something.
Have you ever made love while your music is on?
Have I ever made love while my song was on?
Yeah, like one of your songs
Because
is
I put
playing?
it on? Nah. But I think I've definitely been in the middle of something, and it managed to come on the system. Yeah, I've had that happen before.
Man, I am so jealous of your life. You live just an amazing life.
I mean, that's what happens when you make baby making music. You know what I'm
this is
saying?
very true.
It gives you what you need when you need it.
Well, not for me, because it takes a whole hell of a lot of money out of my paycheck every 2 weeks.
Hey, man, there's a such thing called contraceptive, all right?
But I learned that too late.
Wrap it up.
Yo, wrap it up, B. Let's talk about bad kisser. Can you tell us, have you ever had a bad kisser?
You ever had a person that kisses you with teeth?
No, I don't date horses.
I mean, let me rephrase that. That uses their teeth to kiss you.
I know LB has.
That's never a good thing.
Yeah, I know. I got you now.
Yeah, that teeth is a bad thing. I mean, it's a good thing to have teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't think that you should pull your dentures out.
You don't want them gumming it or
You know what
nothing.
I'm saying?
But Usher, it's also a good thing to not have teeth, wouldn't you
Come
agree?
on, man. Don't go there. Just
Yeah, the
nasty.
teeth don't really do the job. They don't make it a pleasurable experience. Yeah.
If you just tuned into the program, it's Double J in the morning on the phone with us. Grammy Award winning icon Usher on the phone with us. We'll break more with Usher next. All right, it's Power 106.7. Double J in the morning on the phone with Grammy Award winning, Billboard Award winning icon Usher.
Usher, one of the things that I've heard, especially when you were coming up, is that one of your, I believe, your managers sent you out to live with, was it Jermaine Dupri and Puffy for a while?
Yeah, it was actually Puff. I lived in the same state as Jermaine Dupri, but when I first started, I don't know if many people know this, but Puff, or Diddy, he did my first album. He executive produced my first album. So my mom and my label, they sent me to Atlanta. They sent me to New York to live with him from Atlanta.
How did that impact your life, your career as an artist, as a man?
In terms of an artist, I was in the middle of the most relevant culture of its time. Bad Boy was incredible. They were amazing. And Puffy at the time, he was as hot as any producer could ever be. He was having what would be considered his golden moment, and I happened to be living and with him everywhere he went. So that helped me understand not only what it was to see, because a lot of times seeing is believing. If you know that you can obtain it, like you know you can see it, then you could potentially obtain it. And there was no cooler dude than him. So understanding how to move, how to deal with people, how to be a businessman, how to be creative, how not to be fearful of being odd and changing the standard for how people did things, all of that right there is what helped me understand it. Now there was some drama because of everything that was going on between, West Coast, East Coast, and so forth. But I was able to reap everything that was good in there. You know what I'm saying?
We've talked to a lot of different people about the East Coast, West Coast rivalry, and a lot of them say that it was just media hype. But, honestly, man to man, there was a lot that was not media hype as well, right? I mean, there were people getting beat up. There were people really getting killed back then.
Well, by the way, I think people believe what they hear and what they see. So as much of a manufactured thing as it was, it became relevant because people believed it. So the more people talked about it on television and radio, the more people took ownership of it. Okay, if I'm a tribe, right, and we in some way all are tribal as people, we represent our coast. Even if we're not into gangs and stuff like that, right? I'm from the East Coast. I'm from the North Coast. I'm from the South Coast.
It's more of a pride thing.
So for people who didn't have a lot of pride or nothing to be proud of, they found pride in taking a side.
I want to talk to you about the voice. Of all the judges that you work with, who would you most like to maybe punch in the face? Like, who gets on your nerves the most?
Who gets on my nerves the most?
Yeah.
I mean, not really. It's not that kind of show. Really what it is if there is anything that feels like it may be too serious, then that means you're too serious as a person, because we have so much fun together. Even when they're joking and cutting each other down, right? It's all for entertainment. It's fun. We actually just 4 people having a great time on camera. Most of the time it's me, Blake, and Adam who go back and forth cracking on each other. And you know, I think Shakira, she takes the high road most of the time, but it's all in good fun. We don't mean it. You know, if I say I hate you, Adam, I don't really hate him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like you guys on the show. Like, you guys crack with each other. If there says something that comes up in the world and it's a topic of discussion, you're going to find your way to talk about it. On these television shows, the View, The Voice, whatever it may be, the View, you know, they sit around and they talk about it. We're like that. But the only difference is when we're working on what we're doing and giving our perspective as artists, it comes from real world experience, talking about things that we know that could potentially make these artists the winner of the show. Whether it's in country, rock, pop, R&B, we're giving them like first-hand advice on how to be a great artist.
Follow Usher on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Vivo, Google. Plus, if you haven't seen the video, you got to watch Usher do the tongue thing between his two fingers. That was pretty interesting there, Usher.
That's right.
Usher, thank you so much for hanging out with us, man. It was fun talking to you, brother. Don't forget to catch Usher tonight on The Voice, NBC. The season finale is tomorrow. The final performance is tonight. Usher, thank you again. Tell everybody who you are.
Yo, what's up? This is Usher, and I am Power 106.7.
And that's how it's done.
Wake up, wake up. Wake up with Double J in the morning. Weekdays 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Power 106.7.